Olympus Mons is so tall that if you stood on top, you could see the curve of Mars.
Olympus Mons is almost 3 times taller than Mount Everest. This volcano is so wide it would take days to walk across it.
This crater once held a lake, where water carved these layered rocks.
The layered rocks here tell the story of Mars' watery past.
From above, you can see the lake and river delta as it was billions of years ago. Valles Marineris is a huge canyon made when Mars' surface pulled apart long ago. Some parts are so deep they hide swirling dust below. From above, the canyon stretches away like a giant scar on Mars. These cliffs and deep cracks make a maze-like canyon network across Mars. Walking here feels like moving through a natural labyrinth carved by ancient tectonics. From above, you can see the maze of canyons stretching for hundreds of kilometers. Massive bagnol dunes slowly move across Mars over many years, shaped only by wind. Wind here is powerful enough to pick up sand grains and slowly shift entire dunes across the crater.
These dunes are still moving today, proof that Mars is not a silent frozen world.
These towering cliffs formed from ancient volcanic ash that hardened and was later carved by Martian winds. Understanding Medusa Fossae helps scientists uncover Mars' volcanic past and how its climate evolved.
This canyon surrounds a single towering mesa unlike anywhere else.
This isolated canyon formed without connecting to any other valleys, which makes its origin mysterious. These canyon walls rise nearly 5 kilometers, almost the height of the Grand Canyon on Earth.
This place is a huge natural maze formed when the Martian crust slowly collapsed and broke.
These valleys formed as underground rock layers collapsed, leaving one of the most dramatic terrains on Mars. This crater once held a lake, which is why its rocks have many layers from water long ago. Mount Sharp rises from the middle of the crater, built slowly from mud and sand left behind by ancient water. The crater is so wide that its rim is over 150 kilometers from one side to the other. This circular hole is the collapsed roof of a giant lava tunnel hidden under the surface. The tunnel below could stretch for dozens of kilometers, big enough to fit entire city blocks inside. This skylight is one of the best places scientists look to explore safe underground habitats on Mars. These bright layers are built from ice and dust that froze again and again for millions of years. The ice here is nearly 3 kilometers thick, stacked like pages in a giant history book of Mars. Some of the ice you see here fell as snow when dinosaurs were still on Earth. These giant channels were carved suddenly when huge amounts of water burst out from underground. These channels stretch for hundreds of kilometers.
The flood that shaped this land may have flowed faster than any river that has ever existed on Earth.
These layered mounds in Arabia Terra hold clues about Mars' ancient environments. Researchers debate whether these mounds formed in lakes or through other geological processes. From above, the ordered pattern of these mounds suggests long-term, planet-scale processes shaped this region. These curved pits are the casts of ancient dunes that were buried. Scientists believe these dunes formed when Mars still had thicker air and stronger winds than today. This landscape was created when underground water or ice collapsed suddenly, breaking the surface into enormous tilted blocks. These broken blocks are evidence of dramatic underground collapses that reshape the terrain in a geological instant. From above, the fractured terrain forms giant puzzle-like patterns created by sudden collapse. This blue volcanic glass was created when a massive impact melted Mars' surface and cooled instantly. The impact melted rock across hundreds of square kilometers, leaving an enormous sheet of volcanic glass. Seen from above, the glass spread marks the exact footprint of the ancient impact. These polygon shapes formed as salty mud dried and expanded over millions of years. The salts here may have formed from ancient underground water that slowly evaporated. These cracks were formed by powerful Marsquakes. This region is still one of the most seismically active areas on Mars. Marsquakes and Cerberus fossae are so strong that NASA's InSight lander detected tremors here almost weekly. Some of these fractures are hundreds of kilometers long. The ice here is over a kilometer thick and never melts because the crater traps cold air. This crater is believed to hold enough frozen water to fill more than 200 billion swimming pools on Earth. Korolev's ice remains stable year-round, making it the best preserved natural ice reservoir on all of Mars. These spider patterns form when sunlight turns frozen carbon dioxide into gas that blasts outward from below the surface. The strange shapes get bigger every year as gas repeatedly carves deeper and wider channels. From above, this entire polar plain looks like a network of frost-carved spider webs created by escaping gas every spring. This region creates a dry liquid illusion because sunlight reflects off billions of dust grains. These dry waves follow invisible wind channels across the valley, behaving like a liquid ocean. Seen from above, the dust behaves like a viscous fluid. It bends around terrain and creates the illusion of a frozen desert ocean in motion. These straight walls formed naturally from ancient erosion, not by construction. Wind and water carved this landscape into shapes that look exactly like a city grid. From above, the patterns look artificial, but they are 100% natural rock erosion. These tall pillars formed when ancient lava cooled into vertical columns, later exposed by erosion. Wind carved away softer rock, leaving only the strongest columns standing. From above, the pillars look like a forest made entirely of stone. These looping ridges formed where frozen ice and rock expanded and cracked again and again. The repeating folds show how ice reshaped the ground for millions of years. From above, the whole landscape looks like a giant frozen brain. This narrow ridge formed where erosion removed softer rock, leaving only this hardened spine. This is one of the thinnest continuous ridgelines on Mars, extending for kilometers. From above, the ridge looks like a knife edge carved straight through the plateau. An ancient lake of water ice, trapped here for millions of years. This crater traps cold air, keeping its ice permanently frozen year-round. From above, Korolev forms a flawless ice disk surrounded by red desert.